Live from the Buffalo Wild Wings studio, here's Sports Nightly.
It kind of feels like the fall,
It kind of does, to be honest with you.
But let's be honest, throughout the week we've been highlighting Toledo natives that have been playing in the NCAA tournament, but there's one familiar face who's one win away from a national title in a different sport. Remember this guy, Joey Blaze? In 2023, he became a three-time high school wrestling state champion in Ohio. Now, 2 years later, Blaze is the 8th seed in the NCAA championships at 157 pounds. He already introduced himself to the world by upsetting top-ranked Tyler Kasek in the semifinals yesterday, and today, a chance for the All-American to take home the crown. Antrell Taylor, Joey Blaze, the 157-pound national title on the line. End of the period, Taylor going for the low single takedown on Blaze. He nails it. That's 3 points for Taylor, and when you get down like that, you have to pick your spots to attack for more points. End of the second period here. Blaze is going to let up off the top. That gives Taylor a 4th point, but gives Blaze an opportunity for a 3-point takedown. We go to the third period. Blaze electing to go bottom. He needs an escape and a takedown to tie the match, and he gets the escape right there. That cuts Taylor's lead down to 3. Blaze would get another point due to stalling by Taylor, but in the end, a 4-2 loss for Blaze in the national championship. There's no doubt that Joey has spent his days since high school blazing the competition. He was named an All-American wrestler this year, along with being a runner-up in his weight class. He was named the program's Freshman of the Year last year, and he also scored 3 upsets against top 5 opponents, the most ever by a true freshman under Coach Turney Ursuline. He also made it to the NCAA championships last year as a 23 seed. That is the 4th highest by a true freshman in program history. Tecumseh facing West Catholic, and Toledo women's basketball commit Alicia Dykstra. The Indians pick up right where they left off yesterday. Addie Zyjak grabs the board. Ashlyn Moorhead nails the 3-pointer as Tecumseh starts the game on an 8-0 run. Michaela Schlorf was on fire in the first quarter with 11 points. Tecumseh goes up 21-9. After the Falcons cut the deficit to 5 at half, the Indians continue to weather the storm. Chloe Bullinger grabs the loose ball and goes coast to coast for a layup. Tecumseh is state champions for the first time in 51 years. Wow, 54-44 the final score. Nicole Weaven shares more of the celebration from the Breslin Center. Not a close one here. Kent State and Bowling Green. We begin at the top of the 6th. Falcons already down 18, 18 runs trying to make up some ground. CJ Bordeaux strikes out Matt Thompson. Bordeaux, only the 5th game he's playing in this season. Bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Gunnar Antillian singles up the middle. Caden Bates moves to second. 2 batters later, Cooper McKenzie is going to go deep in the right field. Not a home run, but a fair ball. The double rakes in Antillian and Bates. McKenzie, his 5th multi-RBI game of the season. That cuts the lead down to only 16. Kent State wins 20-4. Women's NCAA tournament action. Michigan State taking on Harvard. First quarter, MSU up 11, and it's Toledo native Grace Van Sluten with the rejection of Carly White. Can we see that again? Van Sluten, a team-high 3 blocks in this game. Second quarter, Van Sluten taking on Elena Rodriguez. Light work. Van Sluten, a team-high 17 points. Third quarter, more of the same. Van Sluten gets the dish down low, count it, and the foul. Van Sluten's 18th straight game scoring in double figures. Sparty moves on to round 2 with a 64-50 win. Welcome back. Former Michigan defensive lineman Mason Graham was back on the practice field this week for the Wolverines Pro Day. The former national champion and 3-time winner of the game weighed in at 306 pounds, 10 more than at the Combine. In nearly any place you turn, Graham is a bona fide first-round pick. Multiple outlets project the 21-year-old to not make it out of the top 10, with the most likely spot as of this week being the Jacksonville Jaguars. Graham built his draft stock throughout the year to the point scouts really did not even need to see him at the Pro Day, but he still wanted to show them what he was capable of.
I just feel like, that's, I feel like I'm at, I want to do drills, I want to show people, what I can do, how I move, things like that. So I feel like it was a positive for me to do. I feel like it was, a fun time being back on the, familiar place, being on this field, working out in front of a bunch of people, working out with my teammates. So good little workout.
They're as good as as any in the draft. Both of those are, first of all, they're outstanding kids from great families, but hard workers with God talent that they have, and I'm really proud of those guys.
At Docking Stadium for women's lacrosse, Sienna Heights driving down the road to face Adrian. We'll start in the third. Bulldogs in front, 6-5. Madeline Turcotte stands tall right in front of the net, gets the ball, and scores with no problem to go up 2. Saints right on their tail in the fourth. Back to just a 1-point match. Grace Holland passes it off to Danielle Turner. She rips it right past the goalkeeper, and we're all tied up. 2 minutes remaining at Docking Stadium. Still 8-8. Zoe Webber. Nice pass to Abby Malone, and she scores the go-ahead goal to jump in front once again. Tack on 1 more point, and the Bulldogs get the 10-8 victory over the Saints. Adrian now 7-1 on the young season. Greg Frankie and Matt Crandall have more. All right, let's take a look at who's at the top here. Kimberly Finch, what are the lottery numbers? Because she has 38 points. John, BD. Second.
Engineer here, and he's
third,
quite good at what he does, and he can pick brackets.
Solomon, third. Mason Lowry. Oh, Justin Feldkamp and Mason Lowry in there as well. Rick, Josh, Donita. You know, I would have been up here too had St. John's actually won today. There's no loss in the entire bracket that was as demoralizing as
I looked at where you are, Yao. You're tied for like 8th. I'm tied for like 5th or 6th. If there were more spots, I would have made it, but there was no.
if there were more spots.
On this graphic.
Let's say there was an hour left in the show. It would take us the entire hour to get to where
you are. Correct, yes.
I mean,
now let's see what's coming up on the BCSN Plus
I want to keep talking about March Madness. I mean, look.
Tomorrow we have the Battle of I-75, women's tennis. We also have the walleye back in the bank tank. For Yao, I'm
Pour
Sherwin
one out for the
Shelton.
Johnnies. Good night.
Have a good night.